Hello gamers, today a special YouTube video. This will be on the new Onslaught mode. Actually, that you will be getting the article from today on the World of Tanks portal as well, I think. It is a 7v7 mode and it is competitive, so it has a ranking system. You're able to change your tanks. You can make 2-player squads, 7-player squads, has a rating system, skill-based MM, pre-battle lobby where you can change your tanks. I'm personally very excited for it. And I had the opportunity to test it out already and give my feedback on it before it came onto the server. But before anything else, I want to introduce you to the sponsor of today's video, Million Pucks. Now you may be wondering, what is Million Pucks? Million Pucks is a website that soft launched a couple of months ago, and they just added World of Tanks to their program. Basically what it is, when you shop online, you can use the Million Pucks extension, which is very easy to get from the website, to get cashbacks. This allows you to earn pugs, and with pugs you can get quite interesting things actually. You can get stuff like a Barask, as you can see the Patriot, etc. But like there's a Barask in there, E25. So basically what it is, it's a cashback that allows you to earn in-game rewards in exchange for reward points, which are the pugs and credits. And you can earn these pugs when you do your daily shopping. It doesn't matter if it's a takeaway website or something else. They have around 2,000 partner stores. So all you gotta do, link to the extension. You have the link in the description of the video. If you want to, check it out. Might be useful for you. So let's get in it. Onslaught, 7v7 mode with a ranking system. And here you can see the ranks. Let's go over it quickly. Debutant, Iron, Bronze, Silver, Gold, Champion, and Legend. Legend being the top rank, and each rank coming with their own rewards as well, and badges and such. You can see this is the queue here, what it looks like. Nothing too special in that regard. I think the badges look very cool, but I think you're most interested in the gameplay. So this is what the pre-battle lobby looks like in Onslaught. You are able to pick the tank according to the map, and also are able to see what your teammates are going to be picking. So you can see what your teammates pick, you can see what you pick, you can change your setup depending on it, which is amazing for a 7v7 mode. Now, if you look at the minimap, you'll see that the Onslaught mode has these points on the left, on the 1 line, on the 2 line, on the 8 line, and on top of the hill. The 2 reconnaissance towers, which is the points at F1 and the point at E8, are what you may know already from Art of Strategy, but it works a little different. You have to capture the point. When you capture the point, you get an ability. This ability allows you to spot the enemy team for a few seconds. The other 2 points are artillery. They allow you to put an RD strike, which you will see later. Personally, not the greatest fan of the RD strike, I'll be honest with you. For me, personally, I'm very excited about this 7v7. It's been a while since we've had a 7v7. This is more like a combination of team battles and like team clash, etc., all combined into one, even a bit of frontline. You can also see that the tank has tank-specific abilities. This is crew characteristics improved that I just activated. You can level up this ability throughout the battle to be better. That was the points on the right of it. And for example, the ability of the S-Gong is it has a heal, and you'll see how it's in the bottom next to the food. The little yellow bar is the indicator of how the ability is progressing. I do damage, the ability is going forward, as in leveling up. The more damage I do, the more the ability levels up. I think it's a maximum of 3 levels. Yeah, so what this has, this mode, is skill-based MM. It will try to match you against people that are about the same rank as you, just as in ranked. It will also have the 2-man platoon and the super platoon. When you queue as an individual player, from what the devs told me, you are still able to get matched against a super platoon if the queue timer goes on for too long. And the main thing here as well to remember is that this mode has Fog of War. Now, for you, those of you that have never played competitive Clan Wars, Fog of War basically means that when the battle starts, you cannot see the enemy setup, which means that you don't know what their tanks are. So it's going to be very important to pick the right tanks according to the map that you're playing on. However, one of my worries with the mode still can be that some maps are just inherently imbalanced. We are now in a super platoon, so that's 7 of us who can match against another super platoon, platoons of 2, or just individual players if the timer is just too long. Now, Westfield is best favored for the upper side. If you've ever played ranked, for example, you know that this is the case. And now you see that a super platoon, or even just, you know, if it's 7 random players, if they take the correct tanks, they can put an enemy team in trouble, because your setup that you will be taking in the onslaught mode is very, very important. Now, the enemy team has a lot of slow tanks. They have Minotaurs, where we have Crans, for example, and we just immediately take a massive advantage here from the beginning of the game. So you can see here that the enemy team has a Manticore. Now, on a map like Westfield, having a Manticore, having a light tank where your team fights up can be disastrous if you're playing this aggressive. You can see here that my team has just that 7-man brawl. So setups in 7v7 will be very, very important. The point system of how to go up and down is also going to be explained more in detail. Here you can see the RD strike. It has about a 2-second cooldown. It does more damage near the center of it. IMO, I don't know why there's an RD strike in a competitive mode. Be honest with you, I said the same thing to the devs as well. I'm not a fan of RD strikes in general in the battle, because, you know, you can't really dodge it. So there's that, and you can see here that, you know, if your team picks a better setup than the other team, they're just like really, really easily able to overrun an enemy team, because they have that Manticore as well. So it's basically 6v7 on the upper side. For the ranking system, they said that the points can decay over time. So if you don't play, you can drop out of your league. So that's something to take into account. It's supposed to be a mode that lasts for a while longer. Me personally, I'm very excited. You know, I'm very competitive. I like playing competitive things. I think this is more competitive than ranked per se, especially with the super platoon feature, which is not going to be interesting for everybody, but it is interesting for me, so I can team up with my cheating streamer friends that all have CC RNG and use that to my advantage. Now for you as a player, this may be interesting depending on the rewards, and it might be fun for you to play, because of course the large percentage of the good players should move through the rankings rather quickly, so you'll be matching against people of relatively even skill. The changed maps are actually very, very cool. Don't tell them, but it actually makes some of the random battles that we have in the game right now better. For example, Ensk and even Himmels, I'd say, are improved versions of the map. You can see it, for example, on this map here. You can see on the right hand side of me, in the middle of the map, there are changed aspects of the map. You can see there's a rubble pile in the middle that you can go behind or hide behind if you want to, which can indeed change the gameplay on certain maps. For example, on Himmelsdorf there's a big change as well. There's a second entrance to the north part of the hill. So those are things to really, really watch out for. So for example, here on Ensk, you may notice that on the rails have been cut open, with allowing access points between the field and the city, which actually is pretty cool nonetheless. And the ability to go from both sides really quickly. I think the point was made that they don't want to lock players on one side of the battle. They want to be able to progress back to the other side. And for the rating system, on a win I was getting 36 points. On a loss I was losing 23. It should take a while to get to the top divisions depending on your win ratio and performance. But overall, I love the fact that I can play with 7 people. I love the fact that I can change my setup according to the map, because I think that's very important. You know, you don't want to be stuck with any 100 on El Haluf. And yeah, like in general, I quite enjoyed playing this mode. It was pretty fun, especially the part where I got to play with 7 other people. We'll have to see how fun it stays after a while. But for me, this is an improved version of Team Clash that we had already, and it's just pretty fun. Like, pretty fun. At least a 7v7. I'm pretty sure we're going to be arranging some, I don't know, streamer 7v7. You can see there I got RD striked, which did 352 damage because it's fair and balanced. Again, I'm joking. I'm really not a fan of the RD strike whatsoever. Like, in general, you can do very coordinated moves in this. I think the credit economy was supposed to be similar to tier 10 battles, so I don't think you'll be making credits in this, because, you know, of course you're playing tier 10s. And you can see there I healed a bit because of my ability, not like a tremendous amount, but still a bit, and I got outplayed by the greatest player on the server. But yeah, all in all, this mode could be interesting, and since Wargaming hasn't announced a new season of Ranked, I am looking forward to playing this as a replacement. It's supposed to last for quite a while. I think it's going to be quite interesting. I don't know what you guys think about it. All the full details, this is just like, I just wanted to give you the rough rundown of what it is, how it works. The full details I think you should read by yourself in the article, because it's the best way to understand it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video on the new Onslaught mode. Please let me know what you think down below in the comments about it. Are you going to be playing? Are you going to be playing it with your friends, or do you just hate it? Anything, whatever your thoughts are on this, I want to know. I will be seeing you guys all for the very next video, which will hopefully be coming in the near future. So as always, thank you for watching. See you guys on the next one. Peace.